Have you ever looked at another OF creator and thought, how on earth are you making more money than me? Because they're not better looking, they don't have a bigger audience, and their content isn't even that much different. Yet somehow they're growing much faster, making way more money, and building real strong fan bases. So what's the difference? I think the reason why is actually something that most creators haven't even realized yet, because for years the advice was so simple. Look better, take better photos, wear better outfits, get better lighting, just post more. And for a long time, that actually worked. But now I think we're entering a completely different era right now, an era where being attractive alone isn't enough to stand out. And honestly, AI is about to make this problem even worse. So in this video, we're going to break down why beauty is becoming commoditized online, the exact reasons some creators with 50k followers outperform creators with 500k followers, the biggest mistake OF creators are making right now, the 4 personality traits that create the strongest fan attachment, and 5 practical ways to become more memorable online starting today. The internet has created an unlimited amount of attractive people, and when something becomes unlimited, it stops being a competitive advantage. Now don't get me wrong, beauty still matters, but beauty is becoming a baseline, not a differentiator. And that's the shift that most creators haven't even realized yet. Because a lot of creators are still stuck in the cycle of thinking, I need better photos, I need to get hotter, I need better content, I need to show more. But realistically, there are already millions of creators doing that. The audience has seen it all before. And that's why so many creators are experiencing something that feels so frustrating. They're posting consistently, they're attractive, their content looks good, they're getting decent-ish views, but growth feels harder, attention feels harder, and standing out feels harder. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because everyone else is already doing the exact same thing. The market has become saturated with beauty, which means the value is shifting somewhere else. And that somewhere else is personality. Because looks get attention, but personality creates attachment. And attachment is something that makes people stay, but more importantly, pay long term. And this matters for a reason most creators don't think about. Because the creators with the strongest personalities usually have higher conversion rates, higher engagement, higher retention, higher rebill rates, and ultimately higher lifetime value per fan. Because fans don't stay subscribed for the content, they stay subscribed for the person. Now when I say personality, I don't mean being loud or being extroverted or being some online over-the-top character. I mean actually having traits people remember. And from what I've seen, the creators that build the strongest audiences usually have one of these 4 things: humor, strong opinions, storytelling ability, or relatability. The first is humor, because humor creates emotion. And people remember how you make them feel far longer than they remember what you look like. And that's why so many creators with a strong sense of humor build incredibly loyal fan bases. The second is strong opinions, not controversial opinions, strong opinions. The creators people remember usually stand for something. They have preferences, beliefs, hot takes, a point of view, because nobody remembers neutral. The third is storytelling, and honestly, this is probably the most underrated skill in the entire creator economy. The ability to take a normal experience and turn it into an entertaining story, a bad date or awkward interaction, a funny experience, a lesson you learned. Stories build connection faster than almost anything else. And the fourth is relatability, because fans don't connect with perfection, they connect with familiarity. The creators who openly share their mistakes, their struggles, their awkward moments, their failures, often build stronger audiences than creators who only show the highlight reel. Now here's what's interesting, you don't even need all 4. Most successful creators are usually known for 1 or 2, but almost every creator with a loyal audience has at least 1. Think about the creators you follow. Most of them aren't just attractive, they're memorable. You know how they think, how they speak, what they find funny, what annoys them, what their life looks like. You feel like you know them. Think about this. There are millions of attractive people online, but if I showed you a screenshot of Bobby Altoff, you'd know exactly who that was. If I showed you a screenshot of Kai Cenat, you know exactly who that was. If I showed you a screenshot of Alex Cooper, you would know exactly who that was. Not because they're the most attractive people online, but because they've built identities, they've built personalities, they've built brands. Beauty got them attention, I mean, not for Kai Cenat, but identities made them more memorable. And that's exactly where I think this creator economy is heading. The creators that are winning won't necessarily be the best looking, but they'll be the easiest to remember. And that's exactly why some creators with 50k followers make way more money than creators with 500k followers, because attention doesn't automatically create connection. Connection creates conversion, and that's what fans are paying for. Not perfection, but familiarity. And this is exactly why AI is just going to accelerate this trend. Because if AI can generate an infinite number of good-looking women, then being good-looking becomes less valuable. The more beauty gets automated, the more personality becomes scarce. and scarcity creates value. My prediction, over the next 5 years, we're going to see creators with average looks and exceptional personalities outperform creators with exceptional looks and average personalities. Because one of those things is becoming more common every day and the other is only getting more valuable. The future belongs to creators who can make people feel like they know them. So let's talk about how you actually become more memorable. So here are 5 practical things creators can start doing immediately. Starting with number 1, start sharing opinions. Most creators spend their entire content strategy trying to not offend anyone. The problem is nobody remembers neutral. You don't need to be controversial, you just need opinions. Favorite things, least favorite things, hot takes, dating opinions, lifestyle opinions, anything that gives people a reason to agree or disagree. Number 2, tell more stories. Stories create connections faster than almost anything else. Bad dating stories, embarrassing stories, creator stories, funny experiences. People remember stories far longer than they remember random photos. Number 3, create reoccurring formats. Instead of posting random content every day, post content that people can expect. Maybe it's Unpopular Opinions Tuesday, Storytime Friday, questions men are scared to ask. Anything that becomes recognizable. And number 4, show your flaws. Most creators only show polished moments, but people connect with imperfections, mistakes, failures, embarrassing moments. Perfection creates admiration, imperfections creates connections. That is a bar, by the way. And number 5, talk directly to your audience more. Reply to comments, answer questions, reference previous videos, use inside jokes. Basically make people feel like they're part of something, because at the end of the day, they're not subscribed just because you're attractive. They're subscribed because they're connected. And this shift isn't just happening on OnlyFans, it's happening across the entire internet. More creators, more AI, more content, more competition. Which means standing out visually is becoming harder every single year. So the creators who dominate moving forward probably won't be the creators trying to look the most perfect. They'll be the creators people actually remember. The creators with identity, personality, presence, storytelling, branding. Because attractive people are just everywhere now. Memorable people aren't. And I genuinely believe that that is one of the biggest shifts that is happening right now in the creator economy. The creators who understand it early will have a huge advantage, and the creators who don't understand it early may spend years trying to compete on looks alone in a game that's becoming impossible to win. And if you want 20 content ideas specifically designed to make creators more memorable online, DM me the word personality on my Instagram. My Instagram is j.dylan_. It'll be in the description down below. I'll send it over for free. So that is all for this video. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more breakdowns of what's going on in the OF industry, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.